The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's finally Friday. It's the best day of the week. At least for me it is. And for the group down below, with me as always, my boy, Tommy Gunn, finally back.
What's up, everybody? Glad to see y'all. Glad to be back. Let's get
2 weeks, man. I missed you.
Oh, I know. It felt weird missing the show.
That man stumbling around in the background, the author, David Applegate.
G'day, friends, fans, and other cool units. Welcome to another men's room.
Yeah. He's on Snow Patrol, Channel Dad. Crickets. Last but not least, he's the Knight, the anime Knight.
Hey, everybody. Hope you all are doing well on this lovely Friday. Let's get into the show.
All right. God, I love Fridays. You know what I love about Fridays? Especially this Friday is I ain't got to work tomorrow.
Yes, I agree.
What he loves about Fridays is tomorrow is coffee and gaming.
Yes. And I can actually do coffee gaming. It's not going to be a pre-recorded blah. I don't like that, man. I hate when it's pre-recorded. Especially people people hit the comment section. They're like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And it's like, "Dude, I'm not live. Sorry, bro."
I learned that lesson when I did the scheduled drop for my videos. I saw like 8 comments. I'm like, oh shit, they think I'm live.
Lape texted me. Did he leave something in the private chat?
It's Twitch.
No, I don't see anything on my end.
Yeah, he says his Twitch should be set up. He's probably gone to take care of the dogs again.
All right, so who was the first one in here, Tommy or David?
David.
I think I was.
See, me and Tommy, we can see everybody in down low. So like we can back out like this. Hang on. And I can still see all y'all.
Yeah.
So but whenever I come into the studio, all I saw was Channel Dad and David. That's right. And he said he posted something in the private chat. So it'll be there as soon as I can.
Yeah.
But since he posted it before I got here, I didn't see it.
Yeah, chickens and dogs don't wait.
Yeah.
So I did get
show without him.
I did get something new for the show.
What'd you get?
I got a very nice tripod that goes to about 5 foot tall. Perfect for camera. It's got the nice little handle to where you can rotate as you're filming. I actually got it at a grocery store for $5. They retail for about $60, so I think I did good.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
It's collapsible too.
I've got a tripod that I need to find a cell phone mount.
Oh, they're only $6 on Amazon. Because
I've got the tripod, I just don't have a mount. But I was trying to record a video where I was putting together a wagon. I bought one of those like utility wagons, and I was gonna do a build and review, and so I recorded it like just holding my phone. So that was really hard.
Now, does your tripod got the slow rise? To where you have a lever and you just turn it and it starts getting taller and taller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's right here actually. Well, the box is.
Boxes and boxes.
So. Yeah, I don't know exactly where it went to. It was over here somewhere, but oh well.
Oh, that's good. When we go to film, we can have 2 of them.
Yeah, because I can put the big camera on it. That's
Yeah.
what I usually do. And have you ever seen a single like a single pot? Like it's not a
It's just like a
bipod.
steady. It's just like to steady it. Like it's
Yeah.
a hole that goes in, and it's got like almost goes down to almost a point, but it's got
Yeah.
a rubber piece at the very bottom.
Oh yeah, dude, I have one of those too. It's really cool. It's
Cool.
telescopic.
Oh wow.
So I can hook it to my camera and like use it to steady, but then also I can like put it in record like video and just like hold it way up and like get a better vantage.
Oh, that'd be great. We need to get a drone though. That's the last
That
thing
would
we
be.
need.
I don't think a drone's gonna carry my camera.
No, wait, it already has a camera on it. We could just use some of the footage.
Sure. Do you have a?
My dad has a drone. I haven't flown it yet.
Why haven't you flown it at the drag strip?
Because I don't think I can. Because Street Outlaws has to film, and they use
It's
drones.
easier to ask forgiveness than it is permission. Break the law, Tommy. Just do it.
They do a cell phone blocker. When I recorded, I couldn't send the video out.
No way.
I swear.
Really?
And the day before, we were there just doing testing and tuning, and everybody could send it, and everybody was asking. Everybody had different services, and we all had 0 bars. But they put up this big tower right in the middle, and it cranked up. I don't know what. I think that's what was the blocker. Everybody kept saying it was at the drag strip. Yet they don't want
I don't
people
know.
sending the footage of the race. But as soon as you leave there, you can.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be dead zone
sounds
because
like-
I've
that
been to
sounds
places
like-
before that have just been dead zone.
I'm just glad we put Golden Child on the trailer.
Yeah. Hey,
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what's up, Blake?
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Zach.
was afraid of that. I put that in the private chat and I'm like, no one's there. Maybe they won't see it. So sorry about
Yeah, if it's
Yeah,
there
wait, see it
before
till
we
you-
get here, we won't see it.
that. Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good. Hey, while we're breaking in conversation, phone lines are open. Give us a call, 540-356-3679. You can call in and talk to us. That'll be cool.
Tommy, that sounded like some Area 51 shit right there, though.
Yeah,
What?
dude, I'm not buying that there's a
They do have cell phone jammers. Come on, Leif, you know this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I ain't buying it.
Yeah. Feds did a big raid in Ohio yesterday. They shut down half the
You gotta
cell
remember it's
towers.
Discovery Channel.
So
Yeah.
I swear, I think they did the jammer because it's just the day before we were fine when Street Outlaw wasn't there.
And then when they show up is when it went all finicky.
Yeah, nobody could say nothing. If you walked away from the track a little bit, you got a little bit of signal. You can call somebody, but you didn't have.
That means you game.
Yeah. And now if there's too many people in an area, you'll get that too.
Oh,
hey,
well,
it's
that
Dr.
might be
Coffin Nails. What's up?
Good evening.
I'm just kidding. I mean,
I
you get
like the
something.
background.
And my Twitch went live
He's
when you did.
rising
That was
from the
awesome.
dead.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. You had it set up. You actually had it set up before we went
Yep.
live. So
Yeah.
me and Tommy need to do something here because if me and Tommy are both on. I guess what I need to do is I need to set my StreamYard account as admin
Okay.
and then log out of Tommy's StreamYard account
I'll be right back, guys.
because we could go live on all of our men's room platforms if one of us would like log in and add our destinations, the destinations we're not using.
Right.
Yeah, you could add more destinations.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that another time. What you guys been up to this week?
I got a new tower recently. My other one took a dump, so because me and my friend we spent like 30 minutes like trying to figure out what the fuck went wrong because it wouldn't turn on at all. So we spent 30 minutes plugging everything. Finally, of all the 32 attempts, only one it only came on once. Only once.
Ugh.
So
is that the one you just got memory for?
I got it 2 months ago, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Memory was the last thing, but yeah, he
Yeah.
finally got it together. And it
This
went.
one,
So
though,
it took a dump on you?
Yeah, it took a dump on him.
Anyway,
31
Anime
times.
Night, can you answer that? Like, I'm just trying to ask about his computer. David keeps answering for him.
Sorry.
Oh,
So
I'm
what
sorry.
happened? So your new computer like crashed?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to figure out. If your new computer, I was like, daggone, man, I was getting ready to say, well, at least your weekend, you're not being like evil Longoria. Like, she's had a rough week. Have you heard about that?
No?
Oh, I did hear about that. That's terrible.
Well,
oh my god!
Copperfield.
Wow.
Copperfield. Copperfield.
well, at least it was an adult.
I know, right? It was somebody over the age of
I'm
6.
shocked that somebody
Well, he
over the
didn't
age
wear
of 12.
contacts that day.
Now we
Yeah,
know
he's
he's senile because he went after somebody that's past pubescence.
He's still old enough to be his granddaughter.
Yeah, there you go.
So what happened was we put the old one in the box. I still had the box. We put the old tower in, took it to Best Buy. We went through Geek Squad and the manager, and they're like, "Hey, look, why don't you just trade this in and you can get another one for the same price or lower on store credit." All I had to pay was $22, and that was it.
Wow.
Wow.
Dang.
And this one, it's a cyber power. It's a cyber power tower. It has 4 fans, and you can open the glass case. You just open it, because the other one, you had to push a fucking button to dismount the thing. I like this one better. But so far, everything. Go ahead.
So this one isn't the one you sent me pictures of a couple weeks ago.
That was the old one. The
Okay.
new one I recently sent. This would be the new one. I'll send it again if it didn't get through.
Yeah, man, I want to check that out. Because like I said, I'm looking to upgrade to a PC. I'm tired of being on a laptop and being underpowered.
This one was on sale, actually. This was only like 1,066.
Nice.
Wow.
So the other one, the old one I had, that one was 1,137.
So it was 1066. Did it invade England?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Hey,
it smacked me with those.
His name is Harold. Got knocked over.
Gone with them, yeah.
What's up, Tommy?
Are you buying or are you building?
Oh, crap. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay, I think I'm gonna buy because I don't understand building.
It's mostly plug and play. It's really not that bad.
Most of the building.
Gotcha.
The hard part of the building is where what screws people up, and that's the mounting of the CPU.
Yeah.
Because most people forget to pull the lever before putting the chip in.
And they crush all the points.
Yeah, and the other one is they don't glue the heat sink.
Yeah. Well, they don't use that heat sink paste stuff.
Or they use their own paste. Yeah, they use glue instead of heat sink paste.
Tommy, are you in need of a office desk by any chance? You're closer, so I figured I'd offer it to you. I mean, everybody else, if they want to drive to Christiansburg, they could get one for free. But it's an L-shaped desk with like a cabinet up on top.
Oh.
It's for free. Free is for me. So
I just built my desk.
Oh, okay. Nice. But I'm sitting here thinking like, man, like I should get that just because.
Yeah.
But
if anything, you could have it set up into your garage.
I don't need a desk out there. It'd get junked up anyway.
Yeah.
I need to get electricity hooked up out there. And then I need to run a exhaust fan to regulate the temperature and keep the heat and condensation from building.
Yeah.
Because like there's condensation in, and that gets me like moisture and mildew.
I sent you a message to your Twitter.
I'm already checking that out. That is freaking awesome.
Yeah, and it came with the cool thing is the top part. It comes with like the little mesh thing to protect the covers and everything. So it came with that. I had to get one for the back area, but so far it's been holding.
That's rad, man. I like all the RGB lights in it. That's cool.
Wait until you see wait until I put in the other hard drives and everything. I'm gonna put those back in. Then it's gonna be really lit up.
Oh.
See, that's what it looks like, guys.
That's rad. I need that.
It kind of looks like mine. Actually, it looks a lot like mine, except mine's got 3 fans up front.
Yeah, mine has 2, and there's the top. On the back, the antennas that boosts the Wi-Fi, which I thought was so hilarious because
do you have Wi-Fi or do you have a hard line?
I have Wi-Fi actually.
Wow.
It helps boost it up a little bit. That's what they told me. But it reminds me of the antenna ears on those old school TVs from back in the day. Oh, actually.
So, David, did you notice the CG in some of the scenes last night on the Flash?
Oh,
they were
terrible.
Well, Tommy, you didn't get that far.
No,
are you talking about the hospital scene? Because that was awful.
No, I didn't see the.
I got to that scene today during my.
Oh my gosh, dude, that was
rough.
rough.
You didn't notice they CG'd Gal Gadot so she didn't have any cleavage?
No, I didn't notice it. But look,
what are you talking about? Sorry, I missed it.
The Flash, the CG.
Oh.
All right, here's some examples.
Who's seen it?
I've seen it.
I've seen half.
I have not seen it.
All right, so there's a scene to where, I guess, does anybody care about spoilers?
No, I've already heard everyone spoil it already for me, so I don't care.
Very spoiled.
All right, so there was a portion of it when Barry Allen figures out that he can time travel, that he's going so fast he's in the speed bowl, I think is what they called it.
Speed Force.
Speed Force.
Speed
yeah,
Force,
but there's something else for it. Something else he called it. Anyway,
the Speed Cornholio, I believe, is what it's called.
Yeah. There's scenes where you start seeing other superheroes in the universes.
When did Superman become a girl? What the fuck?
Well, all right, they explain it. And it actually, she was really cool. Like, I didn't mind her at all.
She was actually the best part of the movie compared to.
Yeah, I've heard she's not nearly as bad as you thought she was going to be.
Yeah,
she's a really cool character. But like, here is Henry Cavill, and like the CG dude.
Oh,
he looks like a Minotaur.
What the hell?
It was that scene. That one right there.
Is that real?
That's part of the movie. That's part of the movie.
God.
I was like, okay, who?
Oh, dude, this is picture 1.
Oh, it gets worse.
Yeah. What were you saying, Anime Night?
I wanted to meet the people who thought this was a great idea and fire them.
Yeah. All right, here's scene 2. Now, some of these are pretty heavy spoilers, so sorry ahead of time.
What?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Nicolas Cage.
That's CGI. That is CGI Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, there's no way that's really him. Why didn't they just get Nicolas Cage and ask him to be in the movie? I'm sure he would have been.
They got him to do it. It's just they had
de-aged him or whatever.
Yeah.
No, they
euthanized him.
They euthanized him.
They tinted his eyes. They added color into his hair. the lighting. It's all CG. It's all motion capture. It's not. It
looked like it was a straight video game. Now the next one, the person's actually deceased, so they had to do some kind of CG around it. Oh no, not this one. This is a different one. That's where the 2013 Barry is on the left, and 2023 Barry is on the right.
You can tell the difference between the two, between the actor and the stand-in. Look at the height difference.
And then that.
This is the one that's got the most people, like 100 million ratio. Like people are really pissed. Not just because they lifted him straight out of a scene from Supergirl. They didn't even use Christopher Reeve's Superman. They used her Supergirl. They used Supergirl. And
well, he wasn't in Supergirl. He refused to do that. You would just see a poster of him in that movie.
The one that was cancelled. When he was filming for that movie and he was injured.
Oh.
That's this cancelled Supergirl movie because he was injured.
There was a Supergirl movie that was canceled?
They've got more cancelled Superman than they have actual Superman movies.
Oh, Lord.
So they lifted scenes not only from Superman, but from Batman 2 and The Flash.
They were going to do a Supergirl movie in 1995 before Chris Reeve had the accident. Is that what you're saying?
That were filmed. Yeah, she was.
That's the first I've heard of that.
Well, this was according to spoilers that they lifted.
Dr. Covenels, did you watch or did you listen to World Class last night?
Yes.
They were talking about all the different Batman movies that got canceled. Dude, some of them were really cool.
Yeah, there was one that sounded really interesting, like the one where who was going to be Batman. It was a weird choice. Bill Murray was going to be Batman.
Yes,
and
dude,
Eddie Murphy was going to be Robin. Or
that would have been awful.
It would have been horrible, but it would have been interesting.
Yeah, the Wayans brothers were going to do Superman, and then
David Bowie was going to be the Joker at some point. I mean, that would have been interesting. He's got the body.
He's got the part. He's got the part. It should have had it. But the thing that pissed people off is not just Christopher Reeve, although that's the biggest one. Is they lifted a whole bunch of dead people.
Right.
Digitally.
Yeah.
They even went back to a 1950s TV show.
Right.
Yeah, George Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard they made that black and white, which is incredibly stupid because that was on for 6 seasons. Only the first 2 seasons were in black and white, for crying out loud. Does that mean that makes no sense?
That universe must be black and white, but I mean,
well, it was only black and white for 2 seasons.
Yeah, but they made that whole universe black and white. They
and that's dumb, in my opinion. But I don't know.
It's really weird because had. Yeah, sorry, Tommy.
Oh no, you're good. I think I interrupted you. So how long do you think they're going to be pushing superhero movies before people stop watching them, like completely?
Well, that's the thing. Are they running it into the ground on purpose? Because they lose an audience.
It's the only thing they know how to do right now that's a big production.
Well, they got lucky from what you guys told me, it seems like they got lucky with that Supergirl one in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think if they can't, I think they're gonna keep doing it. Like they're trying to see what they can get away with more and more and more because they already fucked X-Force real bad with Maddox.
Right.
No, he wasn't part of X-Force. My bad. That was my bad. They already fucked Maddox, so any movie with him in it is not gonna redeem nothing because they brought it out already.
Honestly,
I would say that they haven't screwed X-Force with which was it? The problem is that they've screwed the X-Men so hard that they can't release it until they can't release the current iteration. They have to redo the CGI because they fired the CGI lady. And apparently she sued them so they can't use her work.
According to the director Andy Muschietti, he says some of the perceived weird VFX in the Flash is intended.
Okay.
The idea, of course, is that we are in the perspective of the Flash. Everything is distorted in terms of lights and textures.
No, that's just the same way of saying
I call BS on that. It sounds like they're trying to explain away the poor quality of the CGI. It's like,
yeah, it's totally stupid. Like, I would not have done that. I would not have said that. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
I mean,
you can't excuse bad CGI. You can't excuse.
No.
The thing is, they portrayed the multiverse as basically as cinematic film, and then in another scene they have it fully animated.
It was rough, dude. It was really hard to watching certain points. Now, in 2, I thought it could have been my tablet because, well, you know, I mean, I'm watching on a tablet here. Sorry, FBI. It was Tommy's fault.
I did nothing. I see nothing.
Right.
Now I'm curious if the video games is going to take over. The video game movies are going to take over the superhero movies.
Well, that's what they're thinking.
They're making more money right now.
Well, Mario did good.
Mario is now in the top 20 films on revenue.
I liked Mario.
I wanted to see that, but it's gone in my area already.
Yeah.
I can send you a link if you like.
Okay.
Tommy sent it to me.
Okay.
FBI, I'll send it to you. I would advise to watch it on like an old tablet or an old something that you don't really care.
Well,
just in case it gets the HIV.
That's what I'm doing all week anyway, because my we had that big government hack. Well, that my corporation is not affiliated with the government. We were still hacked, and it's been pure hell all week. So let me put it that way. People bringing in their personal old Chromebooks and shit. It's like,
yeah. Let's see.
Now the problem with the Flash is it actually, and somebody actually said it too, is that it's a conglomeration of stories they've already done and done better.
Isn't it Flashpoint Paradox is the book?
Yes.
Right, and they've done the book, they did the DC animated movie, which I've heard is much better than this.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
So I've seen it. I haven't seen the new movie yet, but I did enjoy the animated film.
I wouldn't mind reading the Flashpoint Paradox, but I'd have to.
Let's see
when
the Flash.
When I saw Wonder Woman, I'm like, yep, this is going to lead directly to another Justice League movie. Called it.
Well, that's what it is. It's they were halfway through making Flashpoint Paradox when they decided to turn it into a reboot, and that was Zaslav. That's all on him. Don't blame anybody else. The director is nothing but a meat puppet.
Oh God, I hate to imagine what they're going to do to Hawk Girl and Martian Manhunter. If they do,
I believe Martian Manhunter is out. I think Hawk Girl and some others, they're going to have once-off movies. There's going to be a whole bunch of once-off movies before Warner Brothers collapses. They're in trouble.
I like
Disney.
I want to see Constantine.
Well, Keanu Reeves has been told he may not be coming back for that.
No, but they could do a different variation of him. But
I mean, I wouldn't.
He was
if they recast it well. Let's not say recast it properly.
I liked the Constantine from the TV shows. I thought he was pretty good.
That was a decent one, and he was actually in.
And he was actually English.
Yeah,
like he's supposed to be.
But that was a short-lived series, wasn't it?
Yeah, but then he showed up on the one of the other shows, as the same character. DC, I forget what it's called.
DC
Squire, that
Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, Legends of Tomorrow. I can never remember that. That's such a weird name for a
Another one
show.
that got canceled.
Here's the thing, though. Like,
yeah,
the
that was
Flash
kinda
series
hanging
and
turd.
Legends of Tomorrow wasn't bad when it first came out. It just got worse as they went on.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
only
Legends
saw a
of Tomorrow.
handful of episodes.
Legends of Tomorrow, everyone turned gay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened to Supergirl. Supergirl started out as a half.
Yeah.
And like
Supergirl
after season 2, it was all about her sister and how she was discovered she's gay and her dating life. It's like, that's fine. Just don't make the entire show about this. Like, that's all the show was anymore.
Yeah.
What the hell was Supergirl? Power Girl all day. I remember me crushing it. I heard
Power Girl.
The problem is
there's two big reasons to like Power Girl.
Yeah. The problem with the CW is they're trying to please two audiences. One is actually the Hollywood audience, made up of middle-aged housewives who want nothing but endless melodramas. And what they believe to be a small audience is the so-called incels, as they put it, you know, the ones who desperately cling to their comic book heroes. They don't realize that those are the ones who are actually paying. They're paying customers.
Dr. Carvanels, I sent you 2 emails.
Oh, okay.
That's links. One's to Flash and one's to Mario. Thanks, Tommy.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Nice.
Yeah. Tommy's gonna be like, no, understand. No, habla inglés.
No English.
Yeah. The problem.
We just push button on computer and it happened.
No English. Dude, you can now buy a Cyberfrog action figure.
Ah,
I hadn't heard about that.
It actually looks pretty cool. Here.
You talking about in the eBay store or directly from the
EVS?
Because I know he's got an eBay.
Anime, weren't we talking about this last week with figures? There's a new company doing order on demand figures.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did
talking about it. Yeah.
Dr. Calvin, did you just say that he needed something?
Who?
You were in a. I said something about his EVS. You said, "Oh, he needs a," and then it cut out.
No, I said does he have it on his actual site or is it on the is it on his eBay store? That's all I was saying.
Oh, it's on his Indiegogo.
Oh, okay, it's on Indiegogo still. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting one of those. I got so little room for figures anymore, but I'd kind of like to get one of those. They look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang,
I did at the gig I work at. We literally have the Little Mermaid all the way down to the left on the last theater. Everything else is up front. So I wish I could have taken a photo of it just to prove like how garbage it was. And unironically, I was in there delivering food, obviously, and there was only 10 people in that entire theater out of 136.
Yeah.
What movie was that for?
The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Oh.
I'm just like, damn.
I think they've
all that hype, all that marketing. Here we are.
I mean, even without the race swapping, I think they've reached the point of diminishing return on the live action remakes of the animated classics at this point. I mean, what else can they make at this point?
Well,
I don't know.
Disney's canceled 15 movies. They've put another 28 to be re-edited and have warnings and actually introducing parental controls for Hulu to make sure that under 7s can't see shows like the original Dumbo.
The original Dumbo can't be seen by anyone under 7. It's on a parental control.
Yeah. Disney wants to introduce parental controls, digital parental controls.
Is that because of the racist crows or something? I thought they just edited that.
But the crows are black. How could black crows be racist when crows are black?
Exactly.
And they were being helpful to Dumbo. Oh, that's racism.
I'm still trying to figure out how Song of the South is racist. They're telling actual legitimate folk tales. You know, I mean, and they always talk about how
they got offended by the song title. They probably got offended by the song title, like, "Oh, this is racist."
And they're always talking about how Uncle Remus is a slave. It takes place post Civil War. He's not a slave. He's a sharecropper.
Okay,
so it's like
the woman who's complaining about racism is the same person behind CRT, and she's saying it's racism because the woman who documented it was a white woman, not a black woman.
Oh, there you go.
That's the part that they hate. But Remus was telling the story to little Beatrice, the woman who wrote the book. He told her these stories. So who else is going to write them? Remus had no children.
And he was probably illiterate at that time. So, I mean.
Yes, he couldn't write them down.
Before I forget, Seth, did you ever finish your chicken coop?
Yeah, dude, they're living. I showed it. I showed it on stream a couple weeks ago.
Oh. Well, I know you had a little bit more to go when I last saw it.
Technically, I've got some painting to do, but that's about it.
Are they laying eggs for you yet?
Not yet. Any day now. They're actually. Well, I don't know if I can't. I probably can't reach from here, but I'll take a picture and post it or something. So what are we talking about? I kind of zoned out for a minute.
Something was racist, and then I brought up Song of the South, but it was something else before that. I can't remember what it was.
Okay, the first reviews are in for The Flash.
What about The Flash, David?
I said the first reviews are in for The Flash. 67% audience score.
Yeah.
Wow, that's not good.
And what's the Shield rating?
Oh, the Shield rating is a 7.4.
Okay.
Not much better.
No.
Wow,
it's adapted from Flashpoint. Yes, I know, but it was originally, Flashpoint Paradox is the actual story, and it was much better, the original, because they don't hit you over the head immediately and say, "Hey, this isn't the same universe," and he has destroyed. Basically, what they do is basically, "Hi, we've destroyed the universe. You've turned it all into spaghetti mess, and you can't undo it."
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it had some issues looking wise, and Ezra Miller just sucks. But other than that,
actually, one of the things that I thought was meant to be a running joke but wasn't funny, and they didn't give up on it, was "You're annoying, Barry." Barry telling him how annoying. Barry telling himself how annoying he is.
Yeah.
But
on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got.
Sorry, who's got some Fast and Furious going on behind them?
That's Tommy.
Oh, that's probably me.
Yeah, that worked.
Oh, daggone! I'm like, who's partying?
I'm out in my garage again, and I'm adjacent to a major highway about 2 roads over.
And I heard somebody getting it.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, what did y'all think about the Batman suit turned into a Flash suit?
I mean, it looked cool. It definitely is done to sell toys.
Yeah.
But it also, in the context, it made sense when you only had one he had no idea how to make his own suit.
Yeah.
The ring part was funny though.
That was funny. You're supposed to get into it before it's the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She buried your fast.
Better with a different actor.
Oh yeah, dude. He really wanted to like get naked because, that one scene where he burned up and.
Yeah.
You guys ever watch Benny Johnson? I'm sorry, it's a tangent, but like his post on Twitter.
Yeah.
It caught me off guard. Hang on just a second. Let me restart this because this is good. All right, so it's labeled. This thing is labeled the Biden regime trying to set a trap for Trump.
No! Oh no!
That's classic Roadrunner right there. That's Wile E. Coyote.
I seen out of the corner of my eye. I was trying to talk about something and that just killed me. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Flash. Sorry, I got signed. That thing just popped up and it was there. Him building a suit, I thought was hilarious. It looked funny. There was a couple scenes where, when he got struck by lightning, to try to get his powers back.
Actually, that was well animated.
Really, because it looks to me like I have no confidence that Ezra Miller has chest hair.
Like
you're saying that was a chest wig?
That he's wearing a chest wig. You heard it here, folks. Call in and talk. It was a
chest merkin, as you will.
It looked awful.
It was over CGI'd.
He borrowed Ed's pencil from Ed and Eddie and just like drew it on there in very horrible fashion.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like.
Yeah. But like I said, they over CGI'd this. They added too much. But did you see in some scenes it looked like he had eyeliner on, and others he didn't? It was like.
Are you prepping up for the strip club, or are you not, Ursa? What the fuck?
Maybe they did a lot of reshoots and he forgot to redo his eyeliner or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What do you guys know about these anti-Catholic Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence?
Oh, I've heard about it. Yeah.
They
played at some baseball game.
They were honored at a Dodgers game the other night, and
they're led.
What's funny? What?
Sorry. I was going to say they're led by the person who was thrown out of the Biden administration for stealing women's luggage.
Oh my God, he's in that group?
Yes.
That makes total sense.
So they're being honored at a baseball game, but the bad part is this picture reveals who all's at the baseball game.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, we're pushing this way too far. Wow.
Yeah, you haven't seen the half of it. You didn't see him like one guy straddling the cross, the crucifix, like it was a pole.
I don't want to see that.
Trust me, you don't.
Look at the stadium.
There's nobody there.
Yeah, this is like during like a game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people are tired of it.
Wait a fucking minute. Hold on. Are you sure? That looked like a screen. Oh, that is a screen. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. How many?
Well, have you seen those? There's some students are tired of the woke teachers and they're walking out of class.
Yes, I love it.
A middle school.
My pronouns are USA.
Yeah.
Yeah. A middle school lined up, and the student. This is a student protest. They lined up and trampled the pride flag in front of the teachers.
Yeah.
Well, I think they got sick of being told. Well, I think the thing that led up to that was they're told there's no such thing as like nothing is straight. Like a branch is always a little crooked. Like they're saying basically there's no such thing as being totally straight. It's like They say,
Actually,
hey, you might want to go down on somebody. It's like, and they're like, no, we don't. It's like
the day before, though, they were going to kick out 2 white students because they complained that they're not racist, and the teacher says, but it's in the book. So they tore up the book. Yeah, some books, they were also chanting, some books should be banned. And that, had the librarians were tearing out their hair. This isn't one protest. This is 6 schools so far in Massachusetts have.
They definitely weren't. They didn't want it. The teachers all threatening to give them Saturday school, and they were like, it's algebra.
6-day school in
What
Massachusetts.
about Starbucks, though?
Oh yeah, Starbucks banned Pride.
That was shocking that Starbucks would do that, because I thought they were pretty far left.
Starbucks lost a lawsuit yesterday, $25 million for firing a white woman because she was white.
Wow.
For once, Karen was right.
Wow.
Yeah. Karen actually got one right. Suing Starbucks. Because that's normally they normally don't sue the woke companies. Normally but it's bad when the Karens are complaining, right?
Well, I mean, most of the time they'll listen.
But Disney's been sued by 25,000 former employees for underpaying them. And if found guilty, the Californian fines will be in the millions. Not for the company, but for the executives personally. Under California labor laws, they fine the people responsible and the company. So they're going to pay penalties and all sorts of things. And they're actually in negotiations, so it looks like Disney's going to be out a lot of money. So, this is worse than anything Chapek ever did, right?
And this is all on Iger, because all of these are leading directly from his policy. So I don't think.
Yeah, $6 billion in losses.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, $6 billion in losses.
I mean, they're going to try to blame it on Chapek. I mean, I think that's why they put him in there, so they could get rid of him and then use him as a scapegoat. But
probably,
I mean, they can't all.
They fired him too soon. In that case,
right.
They should have waited. They fired him too soon because they fired him over $3 billion in so-called waste. Cancelled projects, etc. But now it's $6 billion and counting with Iger. And let alone the money on the table for all those movies that didn't make $1 billion.
Right.
He promised. He promised $1 billion from what? 3 movies. The highest grossing was Doctor Strange at 700. 700.
I could just imagine them seeing the Mario movie box office thing hit the $3 billion. And I bet they were probably smashing everything in their offices.
Yeah. Well, it's already in the top 20. It'd be laughable, but they're pissed that it's beaten Frozen. That's the main part.
And they also they already demolished all the up and coming movies.
Yeah, like I said, they've canceled.
I feel bad for some of them. I felt bad for some of them though, because they were actually pretty good.
Yeah, the problem is
a small
the good
group
go out with the bad. But Pixar hasn't had a hit in how many years now?
No. And Elementals looks horrible. I don't see that doing very well.
Yeah, it doesn't look good at all.
Doesn't look good.
Don't look good at all.
I finally watched the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in the theater last week, and that got no reaction from the audience. It was about a 2/3 full audience still for Guardians, even though it's been out for a while.
Wow.
The new the Indiana Jones trailer, you could drop a pin. No reaction whatsoever from anyone in the audience. except for me shaking my head. And
I think I may be alone on this. I don't know, but I think Indiana Jones just isn't for like my generation.
I think you're right.
Or newer.
I mean, some people like it, Jeff Hicks and people like that are like, that watch older movies. But I mean, a lot of people your age and younger don't give a good damn about Indiana Jones.
Jeff came out when Jeff was just at the time when Indiana Jones 4 was coming out, I think, and they put out the trilogy on VHS through Burger King. Remember the big VHS?
Oh yeah, I remember those.
That's where he got into Indiana Jones, and others did too, I think. And that narrow bit of the 90s generation got that taste for the action adventure movies, but when they saw 4, it was nothing like the first 3.
Right.
So it turned a lot of people off. And it hasn't switched people back on.
Who's left to watch that thing? I mean, the people like me are not going to give a crap because of Indy 4. And we know this one's going to be a dumpster fire because we've heard the rumors.
Yeah.
And then younger people don't give a crap about it. So
I mean,
and it's also
I respect it. I know that everybody likes the original 3.
Yeah.
But it's just not for me, man.
Right.
Yeah. Now, I was going to say that it would be like trying to get Seth to watch a World War I movie. There is just that as a reason why 1917, I think, other than there's a few, because it was a large spectacle and it was like the beginning of the end, so to speak. But most of the World War I era movies just don't make it.
Well, I like them, but I like boring crap too. So it's like, have you ever seen the documentary "They Shall Not Grow Old" about World War I? That I highly recommend that. That's a Peter Jackson joint, by the way. That's a They take old footage from World War I. They add sound to it. They add color to it. They make you feel like you were there in the trenches of world.
Yeah. Have you ever seen World War II in color?
Yes, I have seen that. That's pretty good too.
Yeah. That is anybody who thought the Pacific Camp, anybody who thought that the Americans and fought with honor, wait until you see them taking a flamethrower to surrender Japanese and laughing about it. You will not think it was the greatest generation ever after seeing what they did to prisoner of war because they couldn't transport them off the islands.
Oh, where do you think the term Lollapalooza comes from? They used to,
and not only did they documented war crimes and then laughed about it. That's what scares me.
You're talking about the Japanese or the Americans?
No, the Americans who committed war crimes. The Japanese committed war crimes, but you'd expect that.
What did they do in Nanking in 1930 something? That's pretty horrific.
You rarely
You want to know why the Chinese still hate the Japanese? Look into the rape of Nanking.
Literally, the first word, the rape.
Yeah,
was literal, not. Oh, they took all the scholarly. No. There wasn't a woman who wasn't walking bow-legged after that.
No.
I looked at some of the classified documents, and I'm after each document, like the further I delve in, I'm like, how could any sane human being approve of this? I would be like, you ain't doing this. Oh, fuck you people. We're not doing this.
When it comes to war, there's a different moral standard kicks in.
Yeah, it's like we're not napalm striking an entire fucking village. Out of the question. I don't give a shit because that's innocent people there.
What happened?
But then again, war destroys morals.
Yeah.
You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet anime night. Come on.
In 2006, I was in Vietnam, I've been to the Tiger Cage Museum, closed down. The Tiger Cage Museum is where they kept the rebels. The French kept the rebels, and and the things they did to women there, and the shackles, and the torture devices, and the guillotine, and the prisoners were on either side of the courtyard with the guillotine in the middle. And they just didn't behead people. And they filmed it. They cut people in half. They started getting creative in ways that humans should not get creative. There's a reason why the Vietnamese hated the French, but at least they're forgiven it. Unlike the Chinese who won't forgive the Japanese, there's pretty much forgiveness throughout Vietnam for what's happened, because they separate the generation and say that generation we don't like, but the generations after we got no quarrel with because they didn't do those actions. But how it came to be, and this is what happened, and the French used to do it too, is when they go to war, they herd the soldiers into machine guns and cannons and all sorts of things. Then they teach them about taking cover. It's called killing the idiots first. Those who can't figure out how to survive war get killed off. And what they do is basically those young boys who have survived gunfire and cannons and seen their mates gunned down, they're basically, they take the shell-shocked aside, but there's that group in the middle that have become animals and lust for war. And they put those into Vietnam from the French battles in North Africa. So they had no recognition of anything human anymore, whether it's dignity or treatment of prisoners or anything like that. And it's just scary, some of the tactics that the various armies used. I mean, it wasn't just the Americans. The French were particularly horrible too.
Speaking of the French,
earlier today, some comments about the tragic accident in 995, and if you want to make any comments with respect to that, feel free. You're recognized.
No, I would just really like the 95.
She tried so hard not to laugh.
Preoccupied
with her face.
95, and I certainly am too. I know it's a major eatery, not just for Pennsylvania, but for the East Coast. And a lot of Pennsylvanians are worried that the delays in repairs.
Did he say major eatery?
Earlier today,
this guy. Well, congratulations, people. That's what you voted. You got a fucking incumbent up there.
His wife's running the show. There's no
Nazi fags.
That girl behind him was trying so hard not to laugh, though. I saw that little that quick smirk and everything. I saw that shit.
She knew she's on C-SPAN. People about to see this. His brain's all like.
Yeah, but it's not just his wife. It's Kamala Harris.
That's not his wife. It's just a chick.
No, I'm talking. No,
are you positive? Because Kamala.
No. Anime Night said, yeah. It's not just the wives. It's the wives' club of, and for some reason, Kamala's pilot. Wives' club of Washington are running the show. You've got Mitch McConnell's wife and all the others. They're meeting all the time in Capitol Hill building.
David, you all right? Do you smell burnt toast?
No, I just.
It needs more
messing with you. He's messing with you, man.
Yeah, it's that sound. It just keeps distracting me.
Is that's not coming from me, is it?
No, it's me.
Oh, that's you.
Doing it on purpose.
It's on my soundboard. It's the log off.
Okay.
Does it still do that when you log off now?
I mean, on a Windows, yeah.
Mine doesn't make that sound.
You have Windows?
Nah.
Yeah.
That was Windows 95 that did that.
Ah. Yeah.
I was going to say, I think if you run the 95, you can actually get a 95 desktop for X and an XP desktop for Windows 11. But you can't go back to Windows 10 mode anymore for some reason.
I know, it sucks. Old brain dead Fetterman. 95, 95, 95, 95. I'm expecting it to be like 97X. Bang! The future of rock and roll.
Yeah. Windows XE.
The bad part is they usually go in there and they rehearse they go through and they ask this question, answer this way. So someone's done that with him and he just like forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the man had a stroke. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, you need some help.
The Democrats just love using the mentally disabled. It's abuse.
As a lever puller.
Yep.
Because it's the vote blue no matter who crowd. They don't care. It's my representation.
Yep.
You know?
Well, I mean, the dead have been voting Democrats since about 1870, so now it's the walking dead that are running the show.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Andrew Jackson and his ballot stuffers.
Yep.
He set it all off in Pennsylvania.
And Andrew Jackson, that's pre-Civil War.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Andrew Jackson, ballot stuffers in Pennsylvania Hall.
Yep.
He infamously said, "All's fair in love and war."
It's a wonder how many hands he has up his ass. I mean, you have Biden's hand, you have Kamala's hand, his wife's hand, Jill Biden's hand. Let's go further. Jill Biden's hand up his ass. He has 5 different hands up his ass.
That's racist!
Don't
forget G.
Yep, that's.
So what about Fox getting in trouble?
What about it?
Fox had on the bottom, "This is how a dictator runs."
Oh,
the
yes.
country.
Oh, wannabe dictator.
Yeah, wannabe dictator, and they had to apologize for it.
No, they didn't just apologize. They fired the person for doing it.
Yeah.
What a bunch of wusses.
They're all in the ESG camp, so.
Yeah.
That's got to be really what it is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I don't get how
I threw out Call of Duty for my PC. I told him to fuck off.
Yep.
Yeah. Call of Duty for 3 days. # Call of Groomers. That's the longest I've seen trending on Twitter. 3 days trending. That's a lot of angry people.
They just ruined that company.
But that company's been going downhill for a long time.
Yeah.
I can't get into specifics, but there's somebody I know who's a partner with them. He recently left his contract. He tore it up and walked away. He's like, "Fuck you, people."
Wow.
I can't reveal his name though.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. I was just saying that he's probably one of many who have actually done it in the last month. But it's not just EA. All the people who developed the Snowdrop engine have walked away from the company too.
Well, the bad part is all the dude said that was on Twitch says, "Leave the kids alone." That's the worst thing he said.
Yeah. What's that kid's name?
Nick.
Shoot.
Nick Merck, isn't it? Or Nick Smirk?
Yeah, Nick Merckx.
Yeah, Nick Merckx. But he's not the only one. Another guy pulled his stuff from the saw, and because they blocked him when he said, "Hey, what's going on?" That's all he did is say, "Hey, what's going on?" And EA blocked him. So he said, "Fine," pulled his merch from the EA store. Because
all he said was leave kids alone. That's all.
No, I'm talking about the second guy.
Yeah, the second guy did it because of that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and that's all the guy said was leave kids alone.
Yeah, I think 3 groups have now pulled their stuff from EA.
Well,
because EA
pull our stuff from them.
Yeah, because EA's in trouble. So is Google. Google, they're looking at breaking up in Europe now. EA, they're looking at breaking up because of EA Sports and sports gambling and all this stuff with loot boxes.
EA Sports to the gambling.
Yeah.
Well, EA Sports was they had people doing sports. They had the loot boxes and the Chinese hackers who were selling premium cards, and people were wondering, how do the hackers get these premium cards? And EA can't. Why is EA not doing anything about it? They know they can go through the server logs and say, yep, this person transferred this person a gold card. That should be impossible. But how do they do it? How do they magically do it? Because EA has a Chinese company, a big Chinese company, as a secret partner for, and they're not hackers; they're insiders. And an insider at EA said, "Yep, there are communists on the board, and we can't get them out." But I'm wondering. I remember growing up in the 90s where minority shareholders had no rights over the board whatsoever. You couldn't walk into the boardroom, you couldn't attend meetings, and you definitely couldn't set company policy. Yet BlackRock and China seem to basically be able to tell anybody to jump, and they just keep jumping until told to stop. Even as they lose money.
I think a lot of it has to tie in. I think a lot of it is actually a network of stuff where they are able to basically blackmail these companies.
Yeah.
Well, that's ESG.
Yeah.
No, what ESG? Epstein? Who's the other? Who's S&G?
Didn't JP Morgan have to do a
payout? They tried to keep
JP Morgan reached a settlement with Epstein victims.
Yeah,
I think they did.
Yeah.
They did.
I would love to see the woke mob go after JP Morgan and everybody else.
JP Morgan reaches $290 million settlement with Jeffrey Epstein victims. That was Monday, June 12th, 2013. Or I'm sorry, 2023. Sorry.
Yeah. And they're digging up past. They're looking into. I know what it. ESG. Epstein, Savile.
Savile
and Gates.
Epstein, there's another one. There's a good example. Savile. None of this stuff comes out till after he's dead.
Yep. And yet they had a police record since 1958 for the arrest for molesting a 12-year-old boy in a London underground toilet.
Right. Well, he was even worse because he would molest the kids that were like terminally ill. So I mean, think about that. In 6 months, you don't even have a witness. It's like
worse.
Yeah,
worse,
that's crazy.
Yeah, worse. He used to look at his old victims and get them to bring their kids in, or he'd tell people that what he did to them, and because he was that immune, they knew they'd been to police. People have been to the police. I forget the name of it. The guy does the History Channel on YouTube. Tick History. Recently did a video on you are in a cult. People in a cult and they don't know it. It's the cult behavior of the people who just won't stand up to the institutions.
I have a special
Good,
guest.
man? Oh, what's up, doggy?
Oh, doggy.
It's Buster Coffin Nails.
Nice.
Hey, Buster.
Hey, buddy. Came to visit me.
Oh.
So I got a new
the other
cat.
one.
We got 3 cats now.
Yeah, the cult of obedience. That's it. It's Academy Ideas, not TikTok history. TikTok history does the ones on the Nazis. And why he says they're, without a doubt, they're all socialists. And speaking of socialists, Albert Bragg, how many cases has he passed over now? 9,000 to get Trump? How many indictments?
So I'm curious, how bad do you think it's going to get for this election?
It's going to get pretty bad.
Well, I mean,
Trump's
considering Trump's got indicted.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but
second
see, this is
arraignment
at the beginning.
for
So
felony.
what's going to be after?
Mhm.
Well, it's going to be so bad that I think what they're doing is they think they can beat DeSantis.
Mhm.
They know they can't beat Trump.
Mhm.
I don't want DeSantis. Stuff I'm hearing about him, I don't know.
I don't want him out of Florida. I want him in Florida.
He
Yeah.
can't have
Screwing
a
with
third term.
Disney still.
Yeah, but he can't have a third term.
Yeah, keep cracking that
Front of the law.
bullwhip on Disney, DeSantis. Keep cracking that bullwhip. About time someone took that fucking corporation to the woodshed.
Well, as I said, I don't think the DeSantis lawsuit's going to beat Disney. I think it's the 25,000 former employees who are suing
Right.
for a combined amount that each of them will end up with millions of dollars. That'll pretty much force Disney to sell a lot of assets.
You know, Disney. If Disney would have shut the fuck up and just stay out of the political thing, they would have been fine.
If they
wouldn't have
gave the
this
COVID
issue.
money to their employees, they would have been fine.
Well,
That too.
Chapek wanted him to shut up, and then they
warned them.
they made him do a struggle session, and
Yeah, they sent him to re-education,
yeah.
Chinese style. They kidnapped him and they called him to a board meeting and basically held him in the room and berated him until he gave in. That sounds like CCP to me.
And yet it's his fault that Disney is in the position it's in. So it's like it makes no sense.
Because it's never their fault. It's always right-wing reactionaries' fault.
It's always Tommy's fault.
Yeah, Tommy's fault.
Yeah.
But back to the original question, how bad is the election going to? I mean, he's only in round. Trump is only in round 2 of what they're probably going to try to throw at him.
Yes, they got a second. They got a second indictment coming. A second sealed indictment that they haven't unopened. And this is what I forget who it's.
So what do you think they're going to have in store for Biden?
They said on Twitter, Democrats play for keeps. Republicans don't even play.
No.
They don't. They keep promising to take these Democrats to the woodshed for like how many years now? Reagan let Carter off. That was the beginning of the end.
Right.
And technically, Carter makes Carter's a Boy Scout compared to Biden, but it's been a steady progress of downhill. Like. You had Clinton pretty much messing up in Lebanon, getting 2 million Lebanese killed. Somalia, God knows how many people he got killed there. Serbia, and Clinton may or may not be directly, or we know Obama's directly involved, but it may date back to the Ukraine nationalists may have already been getting funding since Clinton.
I think they're gonna sabotage Biden so he can't run. They're gonna put someone else.
They can't get Kamala Harris in office without running Biden and having him.
Right. There's no way running alone. There's no way she's gonna win.
How many times has he fallen down the stairs and survived?
Yeah,
we all know who was standing at the top of those stairs.
What do you guys think about RFK Jr.? You think that he's got a chance to go against Biden?
No, he'll. But
not in this cycle. Maybe next time.
Yeah, he'll split the vote, get maybe 32%, and will back out because they'll
probably be like, here's the thing. When he gets on the thing, if he does, some people in suits are going to come to his office, sit down with him, open the laptop, see what we did to your dad and John F. Kennedy.
Yeah,
this is what we're going to do to you if you don't play ball.
Yeah.
Well,
RFK
went on Joe Rogan, I think the 12th or 13th.
Yeah. He also went on Galloway. Said the
right.
Same thing.
Well, on Joe Rogan, he announced that during any conference or any kind of speech he gives, he has to make sure that it's indoors and whatnot. He said that he is careful because he knows that the CIA and all them probably do want to come after him.
He said on Galloway he never lets anybody stand behind him. Well, he has had people standing behind him, but you know what he means, right? Because that's what they did to Bobby, distract him with a mad gunman, and while he's looking at the mad gunman getting arrested, the guy who's supposed to be protecting him just puts 2 into his skull.
Yep.
But anybody played Red Dead Redemption, the original?
Nope. I tried. I wanted to.
Yeah, the remaster is on PC, but it's not actually Rockstar. It's a mod of. It's a mod. I think for RD2, it lets you play most of Red Dead Redemption because they used a lot of the same assets.
That's cool.
To do a remaster.
So what do you mean you tried? You didn't like it?
No, I wanted to play it. I had it downloaded and ready to go. As soon as we finished Red Dead Redemption 2, I was going to jump straight into that. And by that point, they yanked the game off of the PSN server, and I couldn't play it.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And Rockstar's not going to release it for the PS5 either. They're going to release RD3 first.
That's so stupid. Like, people go back. Like, I'm going to have to go get an old system just to play. And I won't be able to.
People are playing the old game. Yeah, people are playing bootleg versions of Red Dead 1.
Yeah.
But in Red Dead 1, they talked about the government being crooks, these are actual stories about the Pinkertons and crime back then, and you see the similarities about the stories of the West and stories today. And the only difference is back then the government was encouraging people to defend themselves. The government had no will or desire to defend you.
Well, they still don't.
But
they don't want you. They're not going to want you to defend you either, especially if you live in New York.
But in the end, the FBI and the army comes to do the dirty on the people that they got to do their dirty work. And you go, yep, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Anybody? Hey, Timothy McVeigh, you should have played Red Dead Redemption. You might have actually learned a lesson. You might have gone, they wouldn't do that to me, would they? They wouldn't do a Hinckley on me, would they?
They wouldn't do they wouldn't do William McKinley on me, would they?
Or they did a Lee Harvey Oswald on Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah, probably.
I don't. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, it looks like if everything else fails, they're looking at the old sniper rifle. But the problem is, They would love to pull a JFK 2.0 on Trump. They would love to do that.
No,
But in this day and age, it's impossible.
No, JFK taught them can't do it. They can't do a JFK. They have to first destroy him. That was their mistake.
Mm-hmm.
They turned JFK into a saint and a hero, and it backfired on them because now people are saying this is the beginning of the end of the Democrat Party, and there are those Democrats who want to take it back to the party of JFK because they don't know the real JFK. They only know what the publicists put together from Rose because she didn't want her family dragged through the mud. Well, if she didn't want her family dragged through the mud, she should have put her goddamn murderous husband in prison for the 20-odd people that he murdered during his days as a bootlegger.
Yeah,
no, the Kennedys did not make their money
crazy
on real estate. They made their money bootlegging.
Well, I mean, look at all the variables between everything. I mean, the CIA had a lot to gain. LBJ had a lot to gain. The FBI, the mafia.
Okay,
all four conglomerates.
You know what makes the Warren Commission unique?
That they're a bunch of idiots who don't know how to read a fucking paper.
No. Every one of them had a reason to kill JFK, and they all had.
I bet they couldn't contain their glee. I bet behind closed doors they couldn't contain that.
All of them. It's a death of 1,000 paper cuts. All of them had one reason alone to kill JFK. He took their wives. He made them to get their jobs and their positions. He made their wives sleep with him. JFK was not a saint, but the trigger man was already named, already identified several times already, and it was there's several books on it, and no use dragging up the CIA and the mafia and all that because there's nobody to take to court, you know. They cleaned what's his name? Helm cleaned house.
Yeah. Well, who was that actress that she was on? Journalist. She was on What's My Line? She died under suspicious circumstances, but she added some information about JFK as well. The whole thing, assassination. I forget her name. She died in the 60s.
I wasn't.
Well, I wasn't around either. I just.
Sure, you wasn't.
Seeing the old clips.
I was not in Dallas that day. You can't. I have a good alibi.
My parents didn't even know each other then. It'll come to me eventually. But yeah, it's.
Oh, you mean Dorothy Kilgallen?
Yeah, Kilgallen. Dorothy Kilgallen. Yeah. But see, there's a clip with Rogan too where RFK Jr. talks about this stuff, and he, has basically said that because he's been fighting the pharmaceutical companies for decades too with the vaccines, and and the more I look into that, the more I realize that the whole vaccine thing it never worked.
No.
It better sanitation had more effect.
Apparently, the rumor is that Frank Sinatra was involved and the mafia was involved.
There's so many theories and rumors. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, I can't imagine Frank Sinatra though. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine.
He was a big JFK booster at one time.
Yeah.
I mean, he switched to the Democratic or to the Republican Party because he felt he got snubbed by him. Yeah, you could go down a rabbit hole with that for hours if you really wanted to.
Oh, believe me, I could if I would. I would probably do that for a nice stream or something. Just dive into that whole thing. I think I can't remember if Elvis liked JFK. I can't remember for the life of me. They portrayed it in the Elvis movie, but I'm wondering if that's really true. It's hard to tell what's truth and
I'm
fiction.
not sure about Elvis.
Yeah. But is that all the pop culture news we got?
Oh, here's a pop culture thing that ties in to superhero movies. Elvis's look was inspired by Captain Marvel Jr.
Oh, his Las Vegas look?
No, his entire look, the black hair. He's actually has sandy blonde hair. He dyed his hair. But look up Captain Marvel Jr. Look up Captain Marvel Jr. Macro Boy, the comics they published in the 40s and early 50s. He was like, the Shazam Captain Marvel.
Oh,
he had there was Captain Marvel. There's Captain Marvel Jr., Mary Marvel. Okay. Captain Marvel Jr. is the guy in the blue suit with the lightning bolt. Think about it, the lightning bolt, big motif in Elvis's shows. He's got the black hair. Look at how the black hair is in the old illustrations of Captain Marvel Jr. Yeah, there you go. That's where Elvis got his look. He was a big fan of Captain Marvel Jr. There you go. Not many people know that.
You heard it here.
Now that blue suit, that's Vegas there.
Yeah, there you go.
Vegas days, early Vegas.
The whole
days.
theatricality of all that. I mean,
actually,
my wife hates it when I mention that because she hates superhero crap and she loves Elvis. She hates it when I mention that. So I like to bring it up whenever possible.
There's no denying it. There's no denying it. I can actually believe this, and it does make sense when you really look at it. It does make sense.
There's a picture somewhere of him reading a Captain Marvel comic book somewhere. He's sitting on a train or something.
If I was the creator of this and I heard Elvis was like a big fan of it, I would take that as a fucking like a megastar compliment.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Here you go, Elvis. Here you go. Yeah. We'll give you some. We'll comp you some comics if you want. I wish they did more though. That would have been cool.
Yeah, the Shazam.
I'm pretty sure they did.
But they've never mentioned that in any Elvis biography. It's like they just never mention it. It just drives me nuts. But anyway, there you go.
All right.
Yep.
Smells like the end.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning, coffee and gaming. What?
Is it live?
Yeah, it'll be live. It'll be live. It might be actually the last live one for a hot minute because they're already saying we're gonna have to be working every Saturday for the next month.
So we have to have some late night gaming.
Yeah, I've got 2 in the pipe, but we need to do some more. Nobody commented. Several people watched on Rumble and YouTube.
No comments today. That's weird.
Nobody commented. So I guess nobody cares about Flash.
Well,
the Frash.
Or whatever. Anyway, by David's book. Check us out tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Hit all the links for all the channels. Late Peruni, Anime Night.
There you go. I just commented.
Oh, thanks. Cool.
It's a comment.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, Dr. Coffin, for joining us in. Hanging out with us. Yeah, check out all of our channels. Links are down below. See you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. right here. YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook.
I gotta go.
Peace
out.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. Fuck you, New World Order. Fuck you, Bill Gates.
I love you.
You gotta do better than that.
I love you.